for taking a long time in getting a video out. I'm really sorry. I hope that this will make it up to you. I was waiting for this package to arrive. Inside this package was two male 12-volt connectors. Now this is one way of charging a battery in a situation where you can't get to electric mains. So this is one way. I will show you this version in a few minutes. I'm going to go to the old way I used to use before I thought about this one. Now this little battery is on my quad bike, and you can use it for any batteries as long as you got the right connections. So this little battery has been left out. It has been charged and it is slowly going down. But while it's a nice sunny day outside, I thought I'll use my old method. So off camera, before I set up, is this little layout you got in front of me. I've got a positive crocodile clip and a negative crocodile clip connected to a voltmeter and also connected to a 12-volt male connector here, which is connected to a female connector here. This female connector is connected to this switch, which is currently off. There's low voltage on the solar panel. This solar panel is a 10 watt solar panel, and I have got inside here a 5 amp fuse. 5 amps are usually oranges, so that's why I remember there's a 5 amp fuse in there, because orange is my favourite fruit. So at the moment you have got low voltage. That is because the solar panel is switched off. Now if you watch the solar panel, when I switch it on, the voltage should shoot up. There you go. No connection. Now I don't understand why there's no connection, because a minute ago there was reading connection. So at the moment there's no connection. So back to here to try and get a connection. There you go. I just move this around without getting myself electrocuted, because that was quite a tingle. There you go. You can see if I'm moving it around, there's an 18 volts just appeared on the screen. There you go. So if I pause the video a second, there is a slight connection problem on my end. But anyway, there was an 18 volt reading in amongst my moving about, which I can't catch on camera. Whoops. See if I just manage to connect it somehow. There you go, there's a slight, there you go. You see the difference in voltage? So, anyway, I will show you the voltage on the solar panel again in a second. Let me just switch off the solar panel for safety and disconnect this one. So that is one way of charging a battery in the outback. If you're out in the fields or out in the wild where you can't get to a mains, you can use this setup and a 10 watt solar panel. If you go any higher than a 10 watt solar panel, be careful, because you might need a regulator, and I'm not quite capable of coping with regulators at this day and age. Just say I've had a bad history with them. That's why I stuck with a 10 watt, which is 17 volts maximum. But I just kicked out 18 volts with it, so I don't understand how. But anyway, that's one way. So that connects to the battery, that connects to the solar panel. So let's go back to the one I was waiting for, the reason why the video is taking so long to appear. Now if I connect this one to the solar panel, connecting it via there, and connecting this to the voltmeter, which is a bit more fiddlier than the other one, so I have to try and keep it on side. I'm going to jam Sorry, yeah, I'm here. See, I'm here behind the camera. So I'm going to jam the negative in one of the springs with one hand. I'll try to keep it there with one connection. Without disconnecting it, I'm going to try and get that one out. Now if you look at the voltmeter, you can see it's not changing because currently it's off. There is current going through it. So I'm going to switch the solar panel on. Now you see there's nothing there because now there's power coming here to this point. But if I touch this point gently, you should have a reading. And it's not giving me a reading where you are. So hang on then, let's put this on a stand and put my phone up. Let's put my phone so you can see the voltmeter and I can hold it near your hands. Not very good system here, I know it. Right, let's put the light on. Wait, no, maybe not. So anyway, you look at the voltmeter, like so. You're now looking at the voltmeter. Oops, you was until I moved you. So I haven't got a phone stand on me, so I'm just trying to use the solar panel. Right, you can kind of see the solar panel reading. Yeah, I'm not right there. So you got a little bit of a difference. Now I'm going to connect the other two with my hands. So I'm going to put my thumb over the negative because I can't get a shock from that, and tap the other one with my hand. So now you see there's an 18 volt, 19 volt, and they're focusing in thing because of the connection. But it did hit at one stage an 18 volt. 13 volts, 11 volts, 9 volts. But it is connected. There's your 19. That's kicking out 19 just then. Okay? I change over the connections. See, we get an 18 now. We got an 18 that time. We got 19 that time, okay? Now, back to why I'm using this method. Switch this off for safety, because that can happen. So, in a previous video, I talked about this little 12 volt socket down here. Now, if I open this 12 volt socket, plus 5 amps socket, so there's a 5 volt and a 12 volt, I'm going to plug this male into this female, which is connected to the pipe. So push that in there. Now that is now connected to the battery via a little white box over there, which is one of my videos. Now if I switch on that 12 volt plug, which should have come on, there's no blue light down there. Okay, I may have switched on the wrong button. Aha! Now you can see there's power going down there. Now, at the moment, it's hitting a dead end, as you can see by the light there. Now if I push this button, now current is going to go from there, back to there, back to the battery. Hopefully. If I switch on this little voltmeter here, you should have a change in number. There you go, it's reading 11 volts, 11.8 volts. That's currently the battery. But now I've got a solar panel connected to it, it should slowly come up. So it won't come up immediately. It is 11.8, not 8. Now turn the camera around for you, so it's 11.8 volts. I'll turn it off now. So this panel should be kicking out 19 volts which should then also be going back down the system through that little white box, so going all the way around through to there and into the battery, which is down there, which is a bit of a mess. I'm going to keep this on for a few hours with the solar panel on. It's now saying 11.17. It's fluxing between 11.17 and 11.8. 11.8 and 11.7, sorry, not 17. I'm not very good at editing videos, as you've probably seen in some of my videos already. So what you see is what you get. So that way you can see what not to do and what to do. So there is current going into the solar panel, and there is current coming out of the solar panel. Current is coming out because I've switched the solar panel on. So there is current flowing from the solar panel, which is 19 volts when we checked it, and that's charging that battery. Now you're all thinking, hang on a second, that's a long connection point. That's a long way round to doing it. And you may be right, because I know it's a long way round to doing it. But it's also a safe way of doing it, because if you connect crocodile clips to that battery, and then try and put the seat back on it, it's a no-go. You go bang. As you can see, the seat sits in this little square here, which is very close to the battery. So there's no room for error. So that's why I go the long way round for the time being. Now in the future, in the very, very future, if all goes to plan and my bike can start back on the switch again, I will connect a 12 volts female socket to the back of the bike in a waterproof container, and that would be connected directly to this battery. So in the future, instead of charging at the front of the bike, I'd be charging at the back of the bike, which would be a lot easier and a lot safer, because there's more flat area here and it's a lot easier to connect onto. So I hope that that's given you some information on why the videos are slowly coming on and not one after another. It's because I've been waiting for parts to arrive. So if you want to know what that male to male connector was, there's the brand. Let me just see if I can turn the back around. So there's a brand. You've got your Amazon.com logo. You've got your other logo. So if you want to pause the video and try and get them to work, I tried my best to focus it for you. And the same with the other one. And then there's the cables. But with this one, I made this one from a 12 volt socket I found, which only had the connector loops on, and I bought the crocodile clips from an old set I had lying around. So that's that one, which I'm going to use at the end of the video, because I just wanted to hook this up for video purpose. So this end of the bike is now done. I will pause the video, dismantle this, and then in the next part of the video, which will be the same video, will be the crocodile clips connected to the battery, connected to the solar panel, the quickest way around. So you got the secondary round. If you haven't got the crocodile clips, this is another way round. And my preferred method, which is the crocodile clips, will go straight to the battery. So short break. Go and get a cup of tea and coffee, whatever you drink, when I swap swap this system to the back of the bike. Solar panel will stay there.